Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my complete and detailed Son Goku guide. Goku is one of the new released 5 stars in the version 5.5 update of Genshin Impact. Firstly, he's an insane Hydro DPS and very much on the top of the meta. And we're going to cover teams, constellations, artifacts, weapons, everything you need to know about Goku. And before we start, I would like you guys to know that I do not stream most nights on Twitch, but my link is down below anyway. And also other links that are very important to this. Now let's get started. Now what does Goku really do? Firstly, his main ability, like the strongest thing he does, is his charge attack, right? You hold down the charge attack to enter the legal evaluation state, and once you fully charge it after waiting or collecting key spears, you launch a Kamehameha based on your HP. This Kamehameha will continually lower your HP until it has reached 50%. His normal attacks don't really do anything. They're just normal attacks. Don't ever try normal attacks. Or charge attack without charging it out. Again, another thing doesn't really matter that much. Don't do that. But on to his next thing. Oh, tears, I shall repay. He shoots a little ki blast that does AoE hydro damage based on your HP. And with those 3 key spears, you heal yourself, of course, and you launch a Kamehameha. Now, to Goku's burst animation. Oh Tides, I have returned. It's a blast attack that does AoE hydro damage based on its HP. It's stronger than the skill, and it spawns 6 key spears, which lets you use Kamehameha twice. Very strong Kamehameha. Goku's talent here, when a character triggers a hydro-related reaction, he will get a stack of Dragonic Glories for 30 seconds. The stacks will deal equitable damage 110%, 125%, 160% of original damage. So always run this guy with hydro reaction, guys. Don't run this guy with non-hydro. Like, have hydro swirl crystallize. That's already is so good on the hyper carry team with Farina, Shilonen, and Kazuha. That's one reason. It has 2 of these. And Goku's Ascension 4 passive, this Discipline of the Supreme Arbitration, for every 1 HP greater than 30%, he will gain 0.6 hydro damage and a maximum bonus of 30%. Hydro damage can be bonus way. He gets a lot of hydro damage, so you can definitely hydro damage. Now, you see, he's a very simple DPS character who is very strong. Anyone can really use this guy. Even Goten can use this guy. And he's very strong. Now, onto artifacts. Really his best pieces are Marususe Hunter. You have to, basically, Marususe Hunter is made for this character. It's absolutely perfect for the way this guy is designed. Use Marususe Hunter. I'm just saying that right away. But if you don't, you can run 2-piece HP, 2-piece hydro damage. But if you don't have the set, please farm it. If you're going to use Goku, Goku is a crazy DPS guy. And Goku is needed. Goku. Of course, now his stats, very simple. His sands, HP sands, I think that's pretty easy. This will tell you, look at that. HP sands. This one could be a Hydro Goblet or an HP Goblet. You can use either one of them because you do get a lot. So you see how it's Hydro and HP. The HP is pretty high up. Always high HP percent or Hydro. One of the two. Very good. Have fun, guys. And for Circlet, crit, whichever one is better for you, crit rate, crit damage, whatever one you like. I have this crit damage one, this crit rate one, and I think overall always use these. So I didn't really notice that much of a difference between HP and Hydro Goblets. So I feel like whichever one may have better substats, you can use that one, unless you're on like a certain weapon that gives HP percent or something. Like if you're on Prototype Amber, I would go Hydro because you're already getting a lot of HP from Amber. So let's go on to the weapons. Of course, his best weapon is Tome of the Eternal Dragon, with it providing massive crit damage, getting a lot of HP, and of course this guy is his weapon. HP, he gets a lot of charge attack damage. He gets energy. He's very strong. This weapon is very good. Like, would I recommend you pull for it on Goku's banner? Sure. It's the Eternal Dragon. But now there's of course still other weapons. The next best weapon is a weapon I don't even have here. It's the Sacrificial Jade. It does provide crit weight. It does provide a lot of crit rate already on it. So just a little warning: if you do decide to have, if you already have the battle pass, I'm not saying get the Sacrificial Jade for Goku, but if you already have it, it's a pretty good weapon. If you don't want to give his own Tome of Eternal Dragon, It does restrict being on field for like 10 seconds, but that shouldn't really be a problem for Goku anyway, because he has to refresh his supports, but he could easily cap Madasuse Hunter's crit rate. So always make sure you're ready for that. His next option, another one I don't have here, I guess, that's weird, is a prototype Amber. Very strong free option for Goku. Provides heavy amount of HP with the main set, a bit of healing, pretty solid energy restore. The best thing about it is it's a craftable weapon. Anyone can get this for free, and in my opinion, it is his best free weapon. Especially, I do think availability counts and matters to me. So I will always make sure if it's available for you guys. I think it's a very good weapon. Now onto Ash Graven Drinkenhorn. This is an event weapon, came out in 5.0, Mulan, and it provides the same amount of HP as Amber, but instead of energy and healing, it is a more offensive based like product. It deals damage based on HP. HP is so high you can actually do something with it, but it doesn't really have energy. But of course, Favonius weapons can always help with energy restoration. And of course, there's other stat skills like Surf's Up, which is HP crit damage stat stick, or Widsif if you'd like to reset in Abyss. Have that one. If you like resetting in Abyss, guys, use the Widsif. Now, on to the next section. Alright, so here we are, the final part, the constellation part for C1, which I recommend is his best stopping point. If you're going for constellations, if you want to go for constellations, I feel like his C1 is probably overall better than his weapon. His weapon is very strong, though. I would have to look into that, but here you get interruption resistance will be increased while using the charge attack, right? So that removes the need of a shielder. He won't get interrupted. And he also gets a stack of his Ascension passive. So that means no matter what, you're always going to have one of these up. You're always going to have 110 of his original damage done for your at this constellation. So also less need for different reactions, right? So that's recommended here. Stopping point. However, there is one more I could say. C2 is as well very good. Is a pretty good one, I would say. Not as good as C1. Like if you're going for C2, you might as well go for C3. But C2 is good as well because he gets 14% crit damage per stack of the hairs of the Ancient Sea's authority, right? So no matter what, he's always getting 14% because this first one is always active. So and it gets a max of 42% crit damage. He gets a lot of crit damage. This is the one I have, this stopping point, because I lost my 50-50. But regardless of that, always this was a good con. I would say go to C3 though. His normal attacks, go to C3. Pretty good constellations to stop at if you don't want more than just one, obviously. But from now on, I would say if you're going to C4, he gets a Source Water Key Spear when healed and is on the field. It affects every 4 seconds. I don't really think that this is that amazing unless you're at C6. This is burst. C6 lets you always just fire off every 2 seconds. He increases his duration by a second, right? That's what it always does. So you just shoot his Kamehameha for like a year, I guess. If you have enough source water droplets, right? It will fire additional currents, which are equal to 10% of new PS 100 damage. I'm just reading the thing here. But yeah, that's the constellations. On to the showcase.
かっていてもなんなきゃなんねえ時だってあんだ。俺たちに不可能だとあるものか。
I'm gonna say buy the battle pass, get Sack Jade for Nouvelette. I'm not gonna say get the Sack Jade for Goku here. Oh, have I been saying Nouvelette the whole time?